Took these Pillsbury Proud Boy dipshits 47 seconds to brutalize a woman in front of her child at San Francisco airport. A woman who was, might I add, past the security checkpoint and had a passport and was leaving the country. No one stops people from doing exactly what ICE wants them to do, like fucking ICE agents. You're kidnapped in broad daylight by a bunch of SS slobs and fucking hoodies. No badge, no ID, no uniform. Or apparently the new official DHS uniform is just recently divorced deadbeat dad. But hey, it's an honest job, all right? That's why they're all hiding their faces like a CEO at a Coldplay concert. Yeah, they can't let us see their faces because then, we might realize that they're just like us, but way uglier. Way stupider. These Trumper troglodytes couldn't find Waldo if they made him smell like fucking airport Cinnabon. The only reason they haven't been deployed to Iran is because neither their open book test flunking asses nor Diaper Donnie's cognitively chafed ass can find it on a map. And I hope this video goes mega viral and U.S. tourism just tanks even harder than it already has. I hope the fucking World Cup bombs and sells as many tickets as the Melania movie. The minor-loving Mango's new midterm strategy is apparently, distracting from war crimes abroad with war crimes domestically. Like, our national priorities are so irredeemably fucked, dude. Like, 2 people dead this morning at LaGuardia, likely due to air traffic controllers being fucking exhausted, short-staffed, and going through their second government shutdown in 1 year. While the president goes through his, 47th cognitive shutdown this year. Traffic controllers are under the FAA, not DHS, so they're still getting paid. TSA, however, is affected. And shortages of TSA, rippling along security lines, rippling of flight delays, rippling of manic, underslept air traffic controllers. It's the circle of life. If the circle was being drawn by a toddler who hasn't seen a REM cycle in 48 hours. And air traffic control, stretched thinner than a Mar-a-Lago face right now, y'all. They're 3,500 air traffic controllers short and anticipate 7,000 over the next 2 years to retire or just leave due to how much the job fucking blows. It also takes, fun fact, 3 years to train an ATC. It's not a job an untrained troglodyte I can just walk into, like, say, leading DHS. If we doubled the amount of ATCs, it probably wouldn't be enough. Yet Trump literally started a second bowel movement of a term, doging air traffic controllers. And even now, we'd rather completely preventable shit like this keep happening than give an inch of his Pillsbury Proud Boy program to restore funding to TSA. We need to fix this shit yesterday, before planes start smacking into the ground, faster than Christine Ohm's Texas Chainsaw Makeover ass face. But no, let's give the Mine Couch manatees a bigger budget than most modern militaries. Motherfuckers probably foaming at the mouth for a plane crash so he can blame Iran. Oh, which reminds me, while I have you, I have a small ask. We need another $200 billion for that war, if you don't mind. Yes, it is going to come out of your health care, food assistance, social programs. But please, be a patriot about this. Think of how many elementary schools we can bomb using ChatGPT, using those $200 billion. Why 200, by the way? Oddly non-specific. Pete Hegseth just wake up and say, whatever number pops up on my car breathalyzer is what I'm going to ask for. And why is he asking for a handout, by the way? His DUI higher ass needs to pull himself up by the ankle monitor and start making whiskey at home. Maybe develop a taste for imitation lobster. It's not Americans' fault that as of this morning, Pete Hegseth has depleted 2/3 of our interceptors and 1/5 of our national vodka reserve. But here's the magical part. The Department of War on elementary schools doesn't even need that 200 billion, because according to general concepts of a war, we already won. And he's having extraordinarily constructive talks with Iran. Constructive, of course, meaning the sitting president of the United States is casually threatening to commit fucking war crimes by attacking Iran's power grid. And made even more constructive by the fact that Trump is having those talks with himself. Iran is just denying any talks are taking place. I don't even know who you are, is what Iran told them. It's more of a foreign relations monologue, if you will. Trump's plan for reopening the Strait of Hormuz is basically just going full Mrs. Nesbitt. Yo, this war would already be over if Iran just agreed to everything Trump mumbled to himself last night during his 3 a.m. horse dewormer overdose, but before his Alzheimer's medicine infusion. If Trump really cared about this country, by the way, he'd be orchestrating real peace talks between Brazil and Chapel Roan. It's already too late for Trump, and he knows it. If he backs out of Iran, MAGA loses the House no matter what. If he doubles down, MAGA will make history by being the first party to lose 5 branches of government in one election when there's only 3. If for the record, I'm not 100% opposed to ICE at airports. I believe there is one specific scenario where it's acceptable to illegally detain someone at the airport. And that's if they're flying to attend Cory Booker's book tour. ICE is out here tackling grandmas at Gate B, and Cory's at Barnes & Noble doing story time for his autobiography. Yeah, what's it called? That's right, Erect. The inspirational story of how Cory Booker broke the Guinness World Record for longest public wank session in Senate floor history. Yeah, Cory might miss a book stop or two, though, as I fully expect him to be in attendance at the funeral of OF founder and largest APAC donor, Leonid Radvinsky, who died of boredom reading Cory's book. His last words were, "This is where my APAC money's going. Fuck me."